Welcome to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show, where you get advice you can trust from the Capital Region's leading experts in real estate and all related fields. From the latest real estate trends to the best mortgage rates, from curb appeal to home warranty, this is the talk show that will help you save and make the most when it comes to buying or selling your most valuable asset. Now, here's your host, broker and founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, the property shop, John Bevilacqua.
Here we go. Good morning, guys. What's going on, Johnny G?
Wow, ran into the studio and here we go.
Yes, we did, man. This was like this is a race to the microphone to get things cooking. We got a dysfunctional headset here. We only got one here. What happened? We got hit by lightning yesterday.
Yeah, lightning up at our transmitter. Yeah.
Transmitter.
Well, we just had a lot of bad weather, as everybody knows.
It's been crazy.
Could have been worse.
And you know what? Weather always affects real estate. That's what we're going to be. We're going to be talking about some seasonal stuff here. I got Joe Mulone. What's up, Joey?
Hey guys, how you doing this morning?
Good, man. How you doing?
Oh, it's good. It's always good.
Joe Mulone, resident Your Home Sold property shop monster agent over here. Always good for some very mindful real estate information. So crazy weather. The seasons are changing. I hate to say it, but summer is over.
Well, we have on the 23rd is the first official day of fall.
Oh man!
So 2 weeks from today.
I don't even want to think about it. I mean, I love summer. I like the changes of the season too. But
yeah, me too.
But sometimes it's tough to let summer go. But But anyway, we got some great information for you guys on talking about the fall real estate market and what's going on relative to the national market, the local markets, and that's what we're here for, guys. We're here every Saturday morning. We're committed to bringing you guys the most up-to-date real estate information that's relevant to the Capital Region, tips, strategies, ideas. Basically trying to give you guys as much information as we can to help you buy and sell the place that you call home. It's what I've been doing. I've been 20 years now. Joe's been doing it, 10, 15. And look, we're not bragging. We're just applying for the job of helping you buy or sell a home. So in the first half of the show, we're going to get into this great topic of the fall real estate market. The fall real estate market is kind of the redheaded stepchild to the spring market, which everybody thinks is the end-all, be-all for real estate. So we're going to take a quick honestly, guys, we're going to be back in like 1 minute. We're going to hear from our sponsors, come back from the quick sponsor break, and get into why the fall real estate market is a great time to buy or sell your house.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Hey, it's John Tesh. If you're thinking of selling your home, let me take the stress out of deciding which agent to hire. In the Capital Region, the agent I recommend is John Bevilacqua, founder of Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty at the Property Shop. So for 2 decades, John has helped more than 2,500 families buy and sell the place they call home. That's a solid track record, one that's backed up by dozens of 5-star reviews. Hello. In fact, John is so confident in his marketing system to attract the right buyer for your home that he guarantees to sell it at a price and deadline you agreed to, or he's going to buy it himself for cash. And he provides that guarantee in writing. The agent I trust is John Bevilacqua, and he's the agent you should trust too. His name is his promise. Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. So write this number down. It's 518-957-SOLD. That's easy. 518-957-7653. Or go to JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com. I love that one. JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com, and you'll get your home sold guaranteed.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
Finding the right mortgage can be stressful. What's really the best rate? Which term makes sense? Hi, I'm Ben Forcucci at Freedom One Funding in Latham. We work with 10 different lenders who provide 100 different mortgage products. I'll listen to what your needs are, and then I'll do the work to find the right option for your particular situation. We have special expertise in helping first-time home buyers. So eliminate the stress and call me today at 542-LOAN. I'm Ben Forcucci from Freedom One Funding, and I'll do the shopping for you. Call 542-LOAN.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
All right, guys, thanks for sticking with us and listening to our sponsors that are very important to the show. And hey, Joe brought up a good point while we're on break there. Like, if you have, if you have a business that's relative to real estate, and I mean, man, there's so many of them. I would it's a big statement, but I would say almost every business is relative to real estate. But if you have a business and you would like to be a sponsor on this show, like, hey, give us a call. We'd love to interview you, see if you're a fit for the show, and have you in and talk about whatever business that you're in is relative to real estate that can make a really good show. Speaking of which, this is a call-in show, so for listeners right now, if you want to get in on the topic that we're about to discuss, which is how to be successful in the fall market and why it's not a good time to wait to buy real estate right now, give us a call, 476-5900. Johnny G's on the switchboard, working them hard. 476-5900. That's the hotline to the show, and we can get you live on the show and get your questions answered. So, Joe.
Good morning, Johnny. How you doing?
Yeah, buddy. Thanks for coming on today. And look, this is we talked about this at length yesterday, but the fall market's a great time to buy real estate, right?
Absolutely.
I think on the first half of the show, we want to cover advantages to buyers, and the second half, we'll talk about why it's a good time to sell. So with that being said, Joe, what is, from your perspective, you're in the throes, you're in the trenches all the time, what's an advantage for a buyer right now looking in the fall market?
Well, John, thanks for having me on the show today again. It's great to be here with John Gabriel and you on this cloudy, rainy Saturday morning.
Yeah.
It's fall, or it seems like fall outside because the sun's not out. It's kind of gray skies, and you pull into Dunkin' Donuts this morning, and what do they want to sell you as a pumpkin spice latte?
Right.
I'm like, please, it's too early. It's too early, but it's not too early.
Yeah.
But this fall real estate market is still hot. It used to be that the summertime, everybody was thinking, oh, we're going to buy real estate. They're going to buy a house so that, in the fall we can get the kids into the right school district and all that kind of stuff. But now that time is much more extended. What we see in the market is that it falls off toward the holiday season. After Thanksgiving and Christmas, that's when real estate tends to fall off because people's minds are in other places. But because this market is such low inventory, you got to stay in the game.
Yep.
You got to stay in the looking game for buying that house because they are going to come on the market later in this time of the year after the summer rush. And if you're not in it, you're not going to win it.
Yeah, and it's a great point because I still hear so many people saying, I'm going to wait for the rates to drop, or I'm going to wait for more properties to come on the market, or I'm going to wait for the prices to drop. It ain't happening.
No.
I'm just straight up. Like, this is the market now until forever as we know it, until something really shifts again, which there's nothing on the horizon. Like, there's no, people aren't, the builders can't build enough inventory for the demand that's out there. There's only limited amount of homes, and people aren't selling right now because of the interest rates, right? So, working with the right agent can solve that problem. A lot of people are like, I was on Zillow and, this, that, and the other thing. Listen, you can't, you can't, you need to work with an agent and not a website. A website's not going to help you find the house. I mean, full disclosure, Zillow is a lead generation website for real estate agents. Mm-hmm. That's what it is. Like, agents pay Zillow to have somebody register on the website. We get a lead. The lead shows up to the house, and the agent prays to God that they buy that house, that they paid for that lead. It's the worst. All right, let's not say the worst, but it's not a great system for the client.
You want a real person.
You want somebody to have a relationship that's going to protect your interests and not just show up at a house, open the door, and say, "Hey, can I write the contract?"
Yep,
right. It's not good. It's not good,
That's right?
So for us, with the VIP homeowner service, like Joe and I mean, we work with a buyer. Like, we sit down, we talk to them for 45 minutes to an hour before we even show them a house, because for us, deals come across our desk that are sold before they even get listed.
Oh, and that's the absolute truth of the matter. If you're not working with a professional, well-educated agent in this market, you're not going to get a house.
Not going to get a house.
You're just not going to get a house. I hate to tell you, we don't want to be the bearer of bad news, But this isn't like T-ball where everybody gets a trophy, guys.
Yep.
And everybody's not going to get a house in this market unless you're working with an experienced agent. Sorry,
Yeah.
it's the truth.
And we want you to get a house because the way things are trending, like home ownership is going to be more for the elite as things progress here. It's just tougher and tougher. People are going to get priced out of a home as everything just keeps increasing in value. And I mean, look, average rent in Albany is $1,550 a month. Like, build some equity, go buy a house. Like your first house, probably not going to be the dream house. Right? Yeah. It's not going to check all the boxes, but it's got to be better than the apartment you're renting right now.
First-time home buyers, I think they all suffer from the same thing. They want to move into mom and dad's size house on their first home, and that's the problem. They had their eyes are too big for that first purchase,
yep.
And they need to be a little bit more realistic and get something that's typically people buy they're in their first house 5 to 7 years. They're not there 20 to 30 years.
That's right.
So it's your first purchase. Get a house, build a little equity, and then move on to your next house. Usually, when it happens with a job change or you have to start a family or something like that.
Your house is a piggy bank, and you have to remember that, right? It's like, well, I can't. My mortgage payment's going to be more than my rent. Well, that's okay. It's supposed to be. You want it to sting a little bit, so you are putting money aside because most people don't save, right? So if it's a little tougher to put that money aside for you in a savings account, at least the mortgage keeps you honest, right? And then you're building that equity, and by the end of the first year, like, wow, I just put away $15,000, and it's equity in my house, and my house just went up $10,000 in value.
Yes.
Ding, 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 ding. Right? Okay, so VIP Homeowner Service, call us about it. 957-7653, 957-SOLD. Schedule appointment with Joe and I, and we can sit you down and help you how to figure out how to navigate this market. Number 2. In the fall market, less competition, right, Joe?
Absolutely.
Tell us why.
Absolutely. In the fall market, there's fewer buyers because they've honestly, some of them are worn out from the summer. They put offers in on multiple homes. They may not have got them, and they say, "Oh, we're going to take a break," which is a bad idea.
Yep.
So, but some realtors will do that. They'll let their buyers get out of the game, and then all of a sudden, there are more homes available. For there's all types of reasons why homes come available: death, divorce, relocation.
Yep.
Those are the 3 big ones right now: death, divorce, and relocation. Homes are still going to come on the market between now and the end of the year, and if you're not in the game, actively looking with an experienced agent, you're not going to get a house. And many times, agents know when houses are going to come available before they hit the market.
Right?
Why? Because they're actively working with buyers and sellers. And if they can plug in a buyer that they know is looking in a particular area, guess what? That house is not even going to hit the market. They're going to plug that buyer into that available home.
That's
so you want to be working with a realtor that knows.
Yeah, you have to be. Number 3, and again, this goes back to motivation, and it's motivated sellers are the ones that are on the market or list their homes in the fall time. Right, Joe?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. If you're in the fall, gives you options that aren't available in the spring and summer time of the year. We work with buyers that know what they can afford. They're not just out there kicking tires. They know exactly what they can afford, and they're looking for homes in a particular area because they've done some research. They've gone out and looked at areas. You can't just fall in love with a house. You got to fall in love with the area. If you want to be in the city, you look in the city. You're not looking out in the country or the suburbs. If you want to be in the suburbs, don't look at houses in the urban areas.
Yeah.
You got just because it's in my price range. No, you got to look at homes that are in the area you want to be in.
Yeah, I mean, look, a lot of the sellers that are in the fall market, they're feeling the pinch. Maybe they were price fishing and they were serious about selling the house, and it's time for the reduction. They're thinking, listen, Christmas is coming. I got to get this house sold before the end of the year. There are some tax benefits for that as well, which we'll get into the second half of the show. And they're ready to turn the page and then the next chapter of life. And this a lot of times leads to favorable pricing and negotiations for the buyer because they're like, okay, I'm done. Like, let's sell this thing. We tried listing it $20,000 overpriced and it didn't work, so we're going to come back to reality and before you know it, that price reduction stimulates a sale. So listen, guys, don't hit that scam button because you're going to want to stay tuned to the the show right now, because after the break, we're going to cover some of the advantages for home sellers during the fall market that you're going to want to listen to if you think about listing your home. So stick around. Stay right here on the Radio Talk Show with me, Johnny B, here on Magic 100.5. We're going to talk about advantages for sellers in the fall market right here on Magic 100.5.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Hi, I'm Matthew Stonecipher, owner of Ace Home Inspections. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let your agent know that you want to work with Ace Home Inspections because you insist on the best home inspection services in the capital region. You can also expect a home warranty, pest inspection, and mold assessment included at no additional cost. You deserve better than just a guy in a truck with a notepad. At Ace Home Inspections, we are fully staffed and here for you when you call 518-727-7091 or visit us online at acehomeny.com.
Finding the right mortgage can be stressful. What's really the best rate? Which term makes sense? Hi, I'm Ben Forcucci at Freedom One Funding in Latham. We work with 10 different lenders who provide 100 different mortgage products. I'll listen to what your needs are, and then I'll do the work to find the right option for your particular situation. We have special expertise in helping first-time home buyers. So eliminate the stress and call me today at 542-LOAN. I'm Ben Forcucci from Freedom One Funding, and I'll do the shopping for you. Call 542-LOAN.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
All right, guys, we're back. Sitting here with Joe Mulone, Rockstar Real Estate Agent from my office, Johnny G with the golden pipes, working the switchboards. Call-in show, guys. Give us a call, 476-5900, 476-5900. If you guys want to talk about the fall market, why it's not a good idea to wait to buy real estate or wait to sell real estate, even with, all this kind of doom and gloom in the news right now. I mean, I don't buy much of it because this market still continues to amaze me. And
I'm having a great year.
Yeah.
I'm having a great year, either with listings and with buyers.
I mean, in the past 2 weeks, Joe's have had 2 deals go under contract, one $50,000 above the list price,
48 and 127,
and they appraised.
Yeah, and they appraised,
right,
which is amazing. So
I mean, there's something to say about that.
Go.
So it's a tricky market. It's a good market, but you really have to have the right agent in the boat with you to figure out all the different twists and turns to it.
I work with a lot of first-time home buyers, and they don't know how to navigate the home buying process, and that's part of our value, I think, that we add to that. We get them pre-qualified. We show them homes that they can afford. We negotiate with sellers. We know what other homes have sold for in the area. We know if we have to go above asking price, we know how much to go above the asking price to win the deal. And that's what it's about. It's about winning the deal. And if we make also, when we're working with a buyer and we put an offer in on a house, we sell the buyer.
Yeah.
This is why you should pick this buyer for your house, because whatever attributes they have, whether it's pre-qualification, down payment, the type of financing that they're offering the seller. They don't have they have a short-term lease or no lease at all.
Yeah.
It's all these things come into play when you're competing for a home that's on the market.
And losing a deal is as simple as using the wrong attorney.
Absolutely.
We literally just had this conversation. Joe's got a listing. He's got a buyer sitting there. Attorney's non-cooperative. Agent sent the pre-qualification letter for the wrong amount. Mm-hmm. And we still haven't received an earnest money deposit. Nope. I would say by Monday, they're gone. I told Joe, talk to another buyer because this guy's, and, no offense to the agent, but
strictly real estate attorney is the way to go, right?
What's that?
A guy that deals in real estate.
This guy is a real estate attorney. He's just non-cooperative. He just wants to be difficult. That's the whole thing.
Okay,
this has to be a meeting of the minds between everybody if you want this thing to go smoothly.
Why it's called negotiation.
Attorney approval is just the first step.
Yeah.
And then it gets even rockier after that.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Anyway, listen, I just want to talk about sellers right now because, we're tangent guys, all three of us here. So, opposite side of the coin, seller introducing their property for the first time in the fall market is going to draw some buyers off the fence including those have been hunting during the spring and summer, and they weren't able to get what they want. Right? We talked about this, Joe.
Absolutely. I think that sellers that are putting homes on in the fall market, they know what the current price, what houses have been going for all summer.
Yep.
And they're not going to put wildly crazy high prices because they know what things have been closing at all summer long. And typically that's when homes are the highest price, because that's when the people are out there buying the most. So of course there's going to be more people competing for those homes. The price is going to be higher. Mm-hmm. Okay. Almost every house that I've worked with this year with a buyer, we've had to put in an escalation clause, which means we're willing to go higher than the next offer by so many dollars. Mm-hmm. Okay. And it's not a matter if you want to or not. You have to. Yeah. Because they're going to call for final and best offer, and you're competing. So you have to know what prices of homes have been going for and how much your particular buyer can afford. And on the selling side, when you know what homes have been going for in a particular area, you can price your home accordingly and get people in the door.
Yep.
That's the whole point. If you price your house high, no one's going to come look at it.
Yeah.
So you want to make sure you're priced properly so that you can get those buyers through your front door to see your home. Not every buyer is going to like your home. That's okay. You only need one.
That's it. That's why creating demand is the name of the game. And with the fall market, creating demand from a marketing standpoint is appealing, right?
Absolutely.
And now Joe's former life, he was a professional photographer, so we focus a lot on imagery, marketing, and the fall creates just an amazing backdrop for people's properties, right?
Absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. And I've been doing some drone videos of my upcoming properties.
It's a great idea.
And oh my God, in the fall, it's like,
wow.
That's a view that most people don't get to see of their home. Right. And there are some home luckily had some lake properties this year that I've been able to do drone video of, and it's just it gives a spectacular look at the property. When no matter how tall you are, if you're 6 feet or 5'8", your view of the world is from that height. Mm-hmm. But when you can go above and high, it's a much more spectacular view. Makes the properties look better, and I think that's part of some of the advantages of using our company, the property shop, because we understand this and we can present your property better than other agents and other brokers.
Fall and changing leaves and green grass and blue skies are way better than
beautiful
brown grass, naked trees, and dirty snow that usually comes with the March-April market. And that plays into effect. Trust me, it does. We're not going to get into all of that because we don't have enough time, but so the marketing aspect, fall is just a attractive season. And buyers in the fall are more serious. They'll jump on a deal faster, and it a lot of times it tends to lead to a quick transaction, right? I just put a deal together in Rensselaer. I mean, within 24 hours, like, we had a list, buy, contract, inspection scheduled 3 days later, right?
Absolutely. It happens a lot. And that's why you have to be working with an agent that understands. When you have put a house on the market, whether you have an open house or not, you're probably going to get a number of showings if the house is priced properly, and you need an agent that can handle that and explain to the seller, hey, look, this is what's going to happen before it even happens. And that's one thing I like to do, is explain the process to the sellers so that they know what to expect. Hey, we're going to get 3 or 4 showings the first week, maybe half a dozen. You're going to have to get out of the house. The house is going to have to look good, because it is a bit of an inconvenience sometimes, but they understand that we're probably going to get an offer in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And
finally, just as buyers have kind of cooled down a little bit, you have less competition with other sellers in the fall market, because traditionally there's not just as many. Let's see, believe it or not, we had an uptick in August coming into September with inventory, not only locally but nationally. Wasn't a huge uptick, because we haven't seen a huge uptick in a few years, but it was enough to say, hey, like, maybe this was the late spring market that never showed up in terms of inventory. But traditionally, you're going to have less competition, less houses on the market. Your house is going to stand out more, and the buyers that are coming into the fall market are much, much more serious. Now, if you are looking to sell in the fall, we've got some options for you. You definitely want to talk to us about our price guarantee. So if we can't sell your house at your price and in your time frame, we'll either pay you the difference, right? whatever that difference is on the price that we agreed upon, we're gonna come clean. And if we can't get it moved at that number, we're gonna pay the difference, or I'll just buy it myself. Right? And that's our guaranteed sales program. So if you guys want to know more about that, give us a call. What do we got, Johnny?
Time for a break.
Time for a break? Okay. Yeah, we'll talk about option number 2 after we hear from our sponsors quickly, and we'll let you know what another option to sell your house in the fall is with your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty. Talk to you guys after the break.
To schedule an appointment with John Bevilacqua to help you buy or sell your home, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. John will be right back with more of the Your Home Sold Guarantee radio show here on Magic 100.5 and AM 590.
Hi, I'm Matthew Stonecipher, owner of Ace Home Inspections. Whether you're buying or selling a home, let your agent know that you want to work with Ace Home Inspections because you insist on the best home inspection services in the capital region. You can also expect a home warranty, pest inspection, and mold assessment included at no additional cost. You deserve better than just a guy in a truck with a notepad. At Ace Home Inspections, we are fully staffed and here for you when you call 518-727-7091 or visit us online at acehomeny.com.
Finding the right mortgage can be stressful. What's really the best rate? Which term makes sense? Hi, I'm Ben Forcucci at Freedom One Funding in Latham. We work with 10 different lenders who provide 100 different mortgage products. I'll listen to what your needs are, and then I'll do the work to find the right option for your particular situation. We have special expertise in helping first-time home buyers. So eliminate the stress and call me today at 542-LOAN. I'm Ben Forcucci from Freedom One Funding, and I'll do the shopping for you. Call 542-LOAN.
Buying or selling the place you call home can be stressful. When you have questions, you don't want to wait for answers. Well, for 20 years, Kim Salerno and her team at Salerno Law have built a solid reputation with buyers, sellers, and real estate agents as fast, respectful communicators. They know Salerno Law will protect their rights and respond quickly when a question arises. Trust Salerno Law. Call 518-309-3404 and check out their 5-star reviews at SalernoLawNY.com.
If you're buying or selling your home and would like to schedule an appointment with John, call 518-957-SOLD or go to johnnyhasthebuyers.com. Now back to the Your Home Sold Guaranteed radio show and your host, John Bevilacqua.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes left, so I'm going to be brief. We are sitting here with Joe Mulone from my office, Rockstar Real Estate Agent Johnny G on the switchboards. Hey, listen, we were talking about a second option of selling your house in the fall market. We do have our quick cash offers on your house where you don't have to do anything, no repairs, no painting, no decluttering. Even if your house is in showroom condition, we'll make you a cash offer on your home and sell it in your time frame. And I'm not talking about wholesale offer. I'm talking about very close to market value, in some cases over market value. And depending on how your home matches our investment pool criteria, but it's a free service. There's no obligation to sell, and our cash offer price range start at $25,000. They go up to $3 million. So these are cash offers for any price point, and not just for ugly rundown houses that most flippers are looking for. So if you're interested in that, give us a call, 957-SOLD, 957-7653. Joe brought up a good point. The way we create demand and the way that we manage our transactions for our clients is phenomenal. Joe, did you want to touch on that quick before we wrap up?
Just wanted to say that, in this market, you have to present the property properly in order to get people through the door. And sometimes that means not showing the property as on the first day it's on the market. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to let it sit for a couple of days to have an open house. And that, it sounds crazy, but you manage it because I know in my open houses, I typically have anywhere from 10 to 20 families show up at an open house. Right. And we get all their names, addresses, and we follow up with all those folks to make sure that and find out what they liked best about the house and all those kind of things. And that creates demand. That creates a demand on that house. People are like, "Oh my God, look at all these people that like this house."
It's a slow build,
and the next thing you know, we've got offers rolling.
It creates an emotional buy at that point. Well, man, that's it. All right. Well, listen, Joe,
thanks for having me on the show, Johnny.
Thanks for coming on, Johnny G. Always a pleasure.
Good to see you.
We appreciate everybody for listening in. Got a surprise guest next week. We got our friend Sean Moody from Moody Blues Credit Consulting coming on. Who's going to talk. This guy's got the Midas touch on repairing your credit, and more importantly, how to use credit to your advantage when you're buying a home. So we'll talk to you next week right here on the Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty Radio Talk and News Show with me, Johnny B, on Magic 100.5.
Guaranteed Radio Show is presented by Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, the property shop. Join broker and founder John Bevilacqua every Saturday morning at 8:30 to hear about the latest real estate trends here in the Capital Region, where to find the best mortgage rates, home insurance, home warranties, and more. To speak to John about buying or selling your home, call now to schedule an appointment. 518-957-SOLD. That's 518-957-7653. Or go to JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com. That's JohnnyHasTheBuyers.com.